Viewers, are armed forces, people who guard our freedom through sleepless nights and unrelenting sacrifice, are being dragged through the mud, not by enemies across the border, viewers, but by voices within our own borders. Viewers, imagine a soldier standing guard on a frozen ridge in Siachen, where the air is so thin that your lungs can feel the stress, where frostbite is a closer companion than family. This soldier who carries the Tiranga in his heart is not just fighting the enemy, but also the elements. Brutal cold, low oxygen levels, dangerous terrain. The soldier is fighting the isolation and the ever-looming specter of death due to inclement weather. Now imagine that the same soldier, hearing that their sacrifice is mocked, their mission questioned, their very existence reduced to a political attack, from demanding proof of surgical strikes to ridiculing Rafale jets with the Nimbu Mirchi taunt. The ecosystem, viewers, has once again humiliated those who protect us. 26 lives were snuffed out by Pakistani butchers in Pahalgam, where the nation roars for justice. What does the Congress do? Ajay Rai, the Congress leader, comes out with a toy plane, mocking the Rafale jets as if they are some carnival props. Viewers, this is not about one man or one toy. It's about a pattern, a sickness within the Congress that Rahul Gandhi refuses to confront. Channi, Priyank Khadge, Siddaramaiah, Vadattivar, and now Ajay Rai. Congress leaders ever too ready to clean chit park. Viewers, let us not mince words tonight. This is about a mindset, a toxic culture that thrives on ridiculing the very pillars of our nation. And what does one say about the Congress's mockery of the Rafale jets that Rahul Gandhi himself once accused of being overpriced in a deal mired in corruption? I'm sure you remember that. Viewers, the irony is bitter. For years, Rahul Gandhi alleged the scam, claiming the Modi government favored industrialists over national interest. Now when Rafale jets are roaring, boosting our air power, Congress party takes the lead in ridiculing them as if they are toys in a child's game. Viewers, this is not politics. This is a perverse dance on the graves of those. And think about it. Those who died waiting for such capabilities. The Indian Air Force, which Rahul Gandhi's party accused of flying outdated jets in 2019, deserves better than this hypocrisy, viewers. The question is, why does Rahul Gandhi allow this to continue? His silence is a choice. It is a choice to let his party's leaders run amok, to let their words chip away at the morale of our braves and the unity of our nation. Viewers, it is a choice to prioritize political point scoring over the dignity of those who lay down their lives for us. Rahul Gandhi, who positions himself as a champion of justice, or Nyaya as he calls it, must answer. Why has he not disciplined Ajay Rai? Why has he not slammed those who give Pakistan a clean chit? And viewers, to all of us, to all Indians, this is a wake-up call. Do not let the sacrifices of our soldiers be reduced to memes and mockery. Do not let the honor of our nation be traded for cheap headlines. Can we feel the rage of a mother who sends her son to the border only to hear his service belittled? Can we feel the pain of a pilot who trains for years only to be told his aircraft is a prop in a political circus? Viewers, can we feel the shame of a nation that allows its guardians to be slandered while it sleeps? If we don't feel all this, viewers, then shame on all of us. All of us. Viewers, this is not about BJP, Congress, left or right. This is about our country, Bharat. Our forces are not perfect, and criticism of policy is a democratic right. But when criticism becomes caricature of this nature, when it aligns with the narratives of our enemies, when it demoralizes those who stand between us and chaos, It is no longer dissent, viewers, it is destruction. Rahul Gandhi must act not because he owes it to his critics, but because he owes it to India. He must call out his party leaders, rein them in for their reckless rhetoric, and prove that he values the nation over his ambition to outsmart Narendra Modi. And to every Indian watching this broadcast, viewers, I just want to say, there are soldiers do not ask for much. They ask only for our trust, our respect, our gratitude. Let us give it to them, not just on Republic Day or Independence Day, but daily. Not in words alone, but in actions that echo louder than any Nimbu Mirchi taunt. Viewers, let's open our eyes before the cost of our slumber is paid in blood.
जब राफेल हिंदुस्तान के पास आया, जब रक्षा मंत्री जी गए थे तो उन्होंने नींबू मिर्चा बांधा था और नींबू मिर्चा सरकार ने बांधा है। मैं तो भी बता रहा हूं, को याद दिला रहा हूं कि नींबू मिर्चे कब हटेंगे और ये राफेल अपना कब काम करेगा।
आज तक मैंने तो पता नहीं चला मुझे तो कहां स्ट्राइक हुए हैं, कहां बंदे मारे गए थे उस समय, कहां वहां पाकिस्तान में हुआ था। कहते जी पाकिस्तान में हमने सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक किए थे, कोई कुछ नहीं हुआ, कहीं नहीं दिखे सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक, किसी को नहीं पता चला।
आज 12 दिन 13 दिन हो गए और अभी तक तो कोई कदम नहीं उठाया गया, तो जाहिर है लोगों के अंदर अपने रोष को का इजहार करने का अलग अलग तरीका होता है। जब नरेंद्र मोदी जी विपक्ष में थे तो वो भी इसी तरह की बातें कर रहे थे।
You heard the reactions. Let's open this up. Tuhin Sinha, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Abhijit Iyer Mitra, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, Sanjay Jha, IP Singh, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Aditya Gupta, spokesperson of the PDP, Ravi Srivastav completes the panel. Sanjay Jha, what do you make of this Nimbu Mirchi joke? What Mr. Channi has said? He still wants proof of the surgical strikes. Where will we draw the line, sir, and when?
Pranesh, good evening to you and to my fellow panelists. I can see that it's a big panel of nearly 8 people, so I'm assuming that we don't have too much time to participate in the discussion. Therefore, I want to come to your question without wasting any time. I agree with you. I agree with you completely that all Indians, and particularly the viewers of Times Now right now, and everyone should hang their collective head in shame. And I'll tell you why. You know why? Because that unfortunate widow called Himanshi Narwal, whose husband got brutally slaughtered in cold blood with 26 people, has been trolled in such a vulgar, disgusting, obnoxious, absolutely reprehensible manner by supporters of the right wing, supporters of the Bharatiya Janata Party, supporters of the RSS. And you talk of an ecosystem. This is the right wing ecosystem that has mocked a young, brave widow because she said that do not attack each other because you'll only fulfill the objectives that the Pakistan terrorists wanted. She talked about harmony, oneness. She said, don't attack Kashmiri Muslims and Indian Muslims. They are not to blame. And guess what the right-wing ecosystem has done? Pranesh, this is the only reason why I came on your program today. Because I think people need to stand up for that incredible bravery she's shown. And instead of standing up together, the right wing, and I can see at least 3 people here who are vocal supporters of the right wing, they have attacked her. They have ridiculed her. And the National Commission for Women has had to intervene and say,
Mr.
stop
Sanjay
it.
Jha, I'm sure you've counted the number of, people on the panel. That was a difficult thing to do. But of the people that you've counted, sir, how many you think will support the vile commentary against Himanshi Narwal? No one. I'm telling you, no one. But how many people on this panel, sir? Now do the counting. How many people, or do the counting after the show ends, how many people will take a stand against what Mr. Channi has said, what Ajay Rai has said, what other leaders of the Congress party has said? Sanjay Jha, that Himanshi Narwal's case can't become the Congress's defense. It can't. And this has gone on for, far too long. You remember what Sandeep Dixit had said about Bipin Rawat? Sadak ka gunda. Is this how, you treat our forces? Tuhin Sinha.
Well, good evening, Pranesh. Good evening, everybody. Despite the belabored attempt by Sanjay Jha to deflect attention from the core issue, point is that certain leaders of the Congress party have been acting as sleeper cells for the enemy, and which is reprehensible, which is absolutely condemnable. It's okay to criticize Modi ji, but imagine Ajay Rai has taken on India's military strength. He's mocking India's military strength, and over here I will not give the benefit of doubt to Rahul Gandhi. While Rahul Gandhi may have tried hard and may have even succeeded in behaving responsibly in the last 13 days, it is Rahul Gandhi who has set the precedent for such obnoxious behavior in his party. And imagine there is a connection over here. Do you recall how in the last 5 years ago, Rahul Gandhi had gone out of his way, employed all the dirty tricks to thwart the Rafale deal, for which at one point of time he was even reprimanded by the Supreme Court for falsely attributing certain comments to the Supreme Court. Now, I can understand Congress party's guilt over here. This is a party which could never strike important defense deals. Why? Because their deals were dictated by middlemen. They can't stand the might of the Indian Air Force. They can't stand the fact that today India has 36 active Rafale aircrafts, and in the next 3 years they will have 26 more. But, the broader question over here is, unless Rahul Gandhi sacks Ajay Rai immediately, I think he himself has a lot to answer. Is this Congress party tasked by certain friends from across the border to find out the timing of our military response? Because, no responsible government will tell you when it is responding by provoking, whether it is Supriya Shret or whether it is Ajay Rai, but constantly provoking when are we attacking Pakistan or when is the military response coming. They don't even realize that modern warfare is not about military strikes. Military strikes is one of the options, the kind of damage we have inflicted.
Let that Congress or anyone else ask questions, but you ask questions. You don't resort to, caricature. This is, we have to now move beyond memes and mockery. Ravi Srivastava, what is this Nimbu Mirchi stunt, sir? Kya hai ye?
Pranesh, good evening. First of all, what is wrong with this? I mean, whole nation is asking, whole nation is boiling today, the whole nation is agitated. If some person is making a comment, what is wrong in it? And what wrong precedence he is showing? It was brought some 3 or 4 years before, and when will it be used? For what it has been brought? For what thousands of crores have been spent? When the nation's pride is at stake, what are we waiting for? And what Sanjay has asked the question is a very valid question, and I want all three, the Lashkar-e-Bhajapa supporters in this panel, to condemn the behavior of the right-wingers against the Himanshi Narwal. They should say it in a univocally that it is a bad comment and it's an insult to the.
आपके सवाल का जवाब ले लेते हैं, उसके बाद मेरे सवाल से मत भागिएगा आप. मैं एक आंसर सबसे ले लेता हूं, उसके बाद डोंट रन अवे रवि श्रीवास्तव. Then you must take your then you must show spine and answer my questions. Tuhin Sinha, do you condemn the commentary against Miss Narwal?
What is first of all, the mentally challenged behavior of Ravi Srivastava. Has any senior leader of the BJP trolled Himanshi ji? I personally condemn any trolling against Himanshi ji, but
Dr. Ranganathan, one quick comment, just for the sake of it, for the record.
No, first of all, I have to say this out in open. The kind of poison that is being spread, not just by the Congress, but by its supporters, possibly on this panel right now, is unprecedented. Itna zahar kyun bhara hua hai inke dilo dimag mein? Itna zahar? I mean, you have Tuhin, you have Abhijit, you have me, and the people in the digital panel below. Would anybody in their right mind support anything said derogatory against a widow of a person who actually is the one who's defending our country? कोई ये सोच भी कैसे सकता है कि ये चीज सपोर्ट की जाएगी जो 8 लोग इस पैनल पे हैं. दैट इट सेल्फ शोज, प्रणेश, आई एम सॉरी, आई एम बीइंग सीरियस आउट हियर बिकॉज दिस इज द टाइम फॉर फ्लिपेंट रिमार्क्स इज गॉन. इतना जहर इन लोगों में कहां से आया, मैं ये जानना चाहता हूं. और जहां तक ये एयर चीफ मार्शल रवि श्रीवास्तव का कहना है कि अभी तक रफाल क्यों नहीं यूज किए गए, इनको पहुंचा दें क्या? इनको पहुंचा दें रफाल में बिठा के, इनको पहुंचा दें अब मिक्स में बिठा के, इनको पहुंचा दें तेजस अभी तक लॉन्च क्यों नहीं हुआ है? ही इज गोइंग टू डिसाइड व्हेन आवर आर्म फोर्सेस आर गोइंग टू एक्ट ऑन दिस. और सेकेंडली, एज आई से एंड एज यू हैव राइटली reiterated, this I possibly take back my words because for the last week 10 days I've been saying this has turned into a snakes and ladders game. The snakes are provided by Pakistan and the ladders by India. I think I have to revise it. Are there enough snakes provided by India as well? What is this Rai guy trying to prove? ये टॉय प्लेन लेके उसको नींबू लगा के क्या प्रूव करना चाह रहे हैं? दिस इज अ डायरेक्ट इंसल्ट ऑफ आवर आर्म फोर्सेस. इससे ज्यादा इंसल्ट क्या हो सकती है? एंड पाकिस्तानीज हैव टेकन दिस अप. और जहां तक नींबू का सवाल है, इनसे मैं बता दूं, रफाल और नो रफाल, जब इन पे बात आई थी कि इन द वेक ऑफ 26/11 when our air chief said to the then prime minister we should bomb the terror hideouts in Pakistan, तब 4 नींबू निचोड़ने से दूध भी इतना नहीं फटता जिनकी इनकी हालत हुई थी. और आज ये नींबू दिखा रहे हैं. बट आई कम बैक टू दैट पॉइंट एंड आई प्लीड, आई beseech Pranesh you to answer this. ये नीचे जो हैं लोग डिजिटल पैनल में, इतना जहर इनमें कहां से आया? किसने भरा? राहुल गांधी ने इतना जहर भरा? इतना हेट्रेड क्यों है इन लोगों को हिंदूज के बारे में, मुस्लिम्स के बारे में? जब देखो हिंदू मुस्लिम करते रहते हैं, जब देखो ये इंडिया को हेट करते हैं, आर्म फोर्सेस को. वेयर इज ऑल दिस पॉइजन कमिंग फ्रॉम?
No, let's get it out of our way. But Sanjay Jha, be ready to respond to that. But Abhijit, to what you've heard from Sanjay Jha and Ravi Srivastav, what do you say?
Look, whoever's trolling that lady, they're disgusting creatures. There's nothing you can do about it. They're disgusting people. I don't take responsibility for disgusting people. I don't think anybody here does. I certainly don't think Ravi Srivastava or Sanjay Jha take responsibility for this clown of their leader who's gone around and insulted all Rafale pilots, implying they're impotent planes or whatever. So, I mean, sure, if that is our responsibility, then this guy is also their responsibility. Number one. Number two, there is a problem with, Lashkar-e-Toiba fifth columns like Mr. Ravi Srivastava here, who, think that we have to retaliate. You just don't go into a battle like that. If you want to do things right, when did the genocide in Bangladesh start and how long did Mrs. Gandhi take to retaliate for it? It started in 1970 end and she went in finally in 1971 December. She took a whole year and she did the job properly. That is what you do. Understand, retaliation is illegal under international law. You create deterrence. You can't punish. You have to preempt. That is what international law in this says. Now, Balakot, feel free to make as much fun of it as you want. But it gave us a 6-year break between big attacks. So, there are these people who neither know the law, who neither know decency, who neither know anything, who are most probably paid agents of Lashkar-e-Toiba out here without knowing that it's probably routed through them through, I don't know, whatever, some Waqf property done, some Ghotala here or some rent seeking there. There's nothing I can do about people like that.
Sanjay Jha?
Well, Pranesh, I'm going to keep my answer very brief, but please do not interrupt me. एक शख्सियत जो आपके पैनल में ऊपर में बैठे हैं, उन्होंने बहुत प्रवचन दिया नफरत और जहर के बारे में. ये भारत के फादर ऑफ द नेशन महात्मा गांधी का ये मजाक उड़ाते हैं. He hates Mahatma Gandhi. He's on record. Look at his tweets. Here the number of things he said against Mahatma Gandhi. And then he has the audacity to tell us all, how do you expect us to say anything wrong? I mean, how unprincipled, immoral, and unethical the right wing has become. They make a mockery of the man who's inspired the universe, who's inspired the world. But they're so deep in their ideological and the whole hate for Gandhi ji, they have mocked him. They celebrate the fact that Gandhi ji is no longer there to kind of make the dreams of India happen. He's a hater of Gandhi. and he comes here on your panel and he lectures on
But
love,
Sanjay Jha,
compassion,
right
and
now, if you think Dr. Ranganathan hates Mahatma Gandhi, you take him to court, ask the Congress governments to act against him, send him to jail, do all of that. But, for the moment, he's talking about Rahul Gandhi, sir. He's questioning Rahul Gandhi.
अरे भैया राहुल गांधी को प्रधानमंत्री बना दो, क्योंकि प्रधानमंत्री तो कोई दिखते हैं नहीं भाई.
डॉक्टर रंगनाथन, if it comes to him, डॉक्टर रंगनाथन तो नहीं बनाएंगे. अब लोगों में ये सर अवेयरनेस जानी चाहिए. Maybe you should join back the Congress, Bharat Jodo. Something might happen, sir. I don't know. But look at the absurdity of what we are discussing. Memes and mockery. नींबू मिर्ची पे अभी तक एक जवाब नहीं आया. रवि श्रीवास्तव ने भी, आपने उनको पहले ही एक छोटा क्लू दे दिया कि इस डिबेट में सीधे सवाल से ऐसे बचना है. हिमांशी नरवाल और वो भी यही कर रहे हैं. एक सीधा जवाब अभी तक नहीं आया है. नींबू मिर्ची, वो बोल रहे हैं क्या गलत है. सो यू विल शो वन टॉय प्लेन एंड टाई नींबू मिर्ची एंड से कि इसको कब यूज करेंगे. क्या लग रहा है, नेशनल सिक्योरिटी क्या है सर? गेम है ये. आईपी सिंह जी, आपके भी तो नेता बोलते हैं, क्या प्रॉब्लम है लैंडिंग में? लाइट जला दो, नाइट लैंडिंग हो जाएगी.
सवाल ये है कि जब एक सिर के बदले 10 सिर लाने की बात मोदी जी करते थे, बीजेपी करती थी, तो आज उन हाथों में चूड़ियां पहन के क्यों बैठे हुए हैं? इन नुमाइश के लिए राजपथ पर ये देखिए,
फिर आपने एक जगह से निकले नहीं, फिर आपने दूसरी गलती कर दी. सर ये ऐसे क्यों कर रहे हैं? हाथों में चूड़ियां, ये माइंडसेट से निकल जाइए सर. हमारी बेटियां भी उतनी ब्रेव है. आईपी सिंह जी, कब आप लोग आईपी सिंह जी सोच समझ के बोलिए. इसीलिए मैं बोलता हूं, मैं जो सवाल पूछ रहा हूं उसी का जवाब दीजिए. आप खुद ही सवाल बनाते हैं, उसी में फंसते हैं. ये क्या है? हाथों में चूड़ियां क्या है? हाथों में चूड़ियां, बॉयज विल बी बॉयज. और हाथों में ये सर प्लीज, वो जिस मिलिट्री स्कूल में अखिलेश यादव जी गए थे, आप भी जाइए उस स्कूल में और उसमें थोड़ा सा पढ़ के आइए. आदित्य गुप्ता, यू कम फ्रॉम अ पार्टी वेयर योर चीफ इज maligning our braves. She's saying don't throw bodies in the water.
See, why you have to start with the notion that that we are someone who's against everything which is righteous? Why do you think that? See, right now, what I can see is the topic of the debate was Roar on the Roar as far as the Rafale is concerned. See, we have been on record, we have been very clear about it. We want Government of India to act in the manner it wants to against the perpetrators of incident of 22nd of April 2025. It is the prerogative of the Government of India. They want to take time. It is due diligence that has to be done. The Rafale, what we can see is was basically a political taunt, which we all must understand. It was a taunt towards the Prime Minister, and it's a taunt which I think we should be taken in stride and should be answered at appropriate time will come.
Nimbu Mirchi taunt should be taken in stride, just like tears for Burhan Wani should be taken in stride, that it's okay, a terrorist has died, some people will shed tears. I mean, what have we come to? और आईपी सिंह जी, अभी अखबार मत पढ़िए सर, ये कल पढ़िएगा क्योंकि आज का आपने मिस कर दिया. अब मत पढ़िए, अभी ये होमवर्क होता है, ये क्लासरूम में जब चल रहा है, क्लास वर्क नहीं कर सकते आप. डॉक्टर रंगनाथन.
No, first of all, IP Singh ji is a dear friend and erudite, but today must be his off day. I completely condemn his utterance, misogynistic. There is no other word to describe it. Our women in India are as strong, if not stronger than our men. Same goes for any profession that they undertake. So this kind of statement ki chudiyan nahi pehen rakhi hai is maybe last century, and it does not behove the stature of Mr. Singh. Secondly, one of the digital panelists irrationally has taken the topic of the debate. Maybe, I don't blame him. Perhaps he wasn't informed what is the topic of the debate. First, it came to trolling. Then it comes to somebody hates Mahatma Gandhi for some odd reason. And I think India is going towards that, because the Nehru-Gandhi dynasty has given out some kind of you can say the staff has been waived, that any fact laid out bare against or for telling about Mahatma Gandhi or Jawaharlal Nehru, who I, by the way, call dictator. Now, again, that person is going to be irate because of that, will not be tolerated. This is the kind of worship that people who have shares in, the company that makes Fevicol, because I would call them Pidilites. This is the problem, that anything that you say, Abhijit is laughing out there, anything that you say, anything factual against Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi is taken as an abuse. This is the problem in this country, and this is the reason why they have airbrushed history for 60 years. Because after all, is it not a fact that Gandhi forbade giving penicillin to his dying wife? It is a fact. So now, if I state that fact, am I abusing Mahatma Gandhi? Is it not a fact that Mahatma Gandhi was racist to the core? Is it not a fact that Mahatma Gandhi said that all the Jews should jump off the cliff, or they should actually pray before Adolf Hitler? These are all verifiable facts. So if you were to state these facts, how come you start saying that you are abusing Mahatma Gandhi? Now, if I tell you verifiable facts that 56 instances of dictator Nehru stomping on free speech, including imprisoning, Majru Sultanpuri for calling him Hitler ka chela, you would say that I am hateful against Jawaharlal Nehru? Well, be my guest. But I will not stop stating facts. If Nehru-Gandhi dynasty and those who have shares in Fevicol, i.e. Pidilite Industries, if they say whatever they want to say, I will state the facts.
Abhijit, what do you make of this mindset that emboldens people to say things like this Nimbu Mirchi, or do this, buy a toy, tie Nimbu Mirchi and then do this stunt? Why do they do this?
Look, there's a culture in the Congress that has brought this out. And it is precisely for this reason that the Congress, realizing what happened, you remember what happened after the Mumbai attacks of 26/11. The BJP was slated to win those 3 elections. They criticized the government and they lost all 3 elections after that, 1 week or 2 weeks later. I remember, I forget what it was. It is the same thing right now. They've been told very clearly their social media head is in deep trouble now, as I understand from their PD media, that she's in deep trouble now because she was told to remove it. Several times she refused to do it. But what is it that breeds this? Clearly there's a culture that promotes these kind of activities, and not just promotes these activities, actively rewards such activities till the point where it becomes a bit too much, and then they have to seem to be beat the retreat. What has Sam Pitroda said again and again and again? They remove him from position, and then once elections are over, they give him back that position. So, ये ना जो आदर्शवादी होते हैं ना, वो गांधी का नाम ले सकते हैं, पर जो ढोंगी होते हैं, वो जब बार बार गांधी का नाम लेते हैं ना, they are the ones who are insulting Mohandas the most.
Sanjay Jha.
Pranesh, let's talk of Rafale, since everybody in the right wing believes that talking about a widow who has been humiliated by the right wing is trying to be diversionary. What a shame, guys. You guys are all sickening to the core. But I will go back to what Pranesh said. Pranesh, let's talk of Rafale. You know the truth? Rafale investigations are still on in France. Rafale is a corruption deal. It's not yet over. Just because a former Chief Justice of India said that the Supreme Court has given a clean chit to the government, it is still being investigated. And the corruption deal will be out. You want to know the proof? The man who was getting the offsets deal was Anil Ambani, who's bankrupt today. Ask yourself, why would a government do that? The entire story will play out over a period of time. These truths can never be hidden. At some point, the world will know what happened in the Rafale deal. That is the truth. And nobody can run away from it. No one. Trust me, it is a matter of time. Governments will change,
Mr.
and the truth will come out for sure.
Mr. Jha, with humility, I want to say, sir, it is a matter of time that, a political party may have to shut shop, because the way it's going, one absurdity after another. This is borderline bizarre. I don't know what to say. For lack of a better word, I'm using bizarre. But, are you saying that we should, do away with Rafales? That the deal was suspect? So let's not use Rafale. If you are saying that the Congress party must come out and clarify, because some parties, some leaders in the Congress are saying that, look, Ajay Rai was trying to tell the government that please use Rafales. You are saying something else, Abhijit.
You know, this is the problem with the Congress. Anil Ambani was chosen not by the Indian side, he was chosen by the French side. And he was chosen precisely because he had gone bankrupt. Who do you actually transfer technology to? Somebody who could challenge you later on like the Tatas or Mukesh Ambani? Or do you give it to somebody weak who you expect to collapse in the next few years, negating any commercial advantage that transfer would give you? That was exactly why Anil Ambani was chosen. Now for Sanjay Jha, who claims to be a very successful businessman outside his TV career, I'm seriously beginning to doubt that business success because, you know, anybody hiring him as a consultant really shouldn't, because he'll literally give off all the house secrets to the opposing side and probably end up destroying the company he consults for.
Dr. Ranganathan.
No, let's go by facts out here. And, it doesn't behove Sanjay to get personal needlessly. The facts are that Rahul Gandhi lied. Not only he had to apologize to the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court has given clean chit to the government. This is a fact. You had the so-called fearless journalist who is the editor of a newspaper actually cutting off the signature of the defense minister to peddle this theory that Rafale deal was a black deal and it had all the mala fide intention. That was complete. It was a criminal offense that was committed by that so-called editor. Number 3, 30,000 crores that Rahul Gandhi was incessantly parroting that Anil Ambani took is a complete lie.
Right.
He took 900 crores and the offsets, 72 offsets, hell was included in it. This has all been proven in the Supreme Court. Now, if Mr. Jha believes he does not actually have any faith in the Supreme Court, let him say so. He has more faith in the French courts than the Supreme Court. Let him say so.
But Tuhin Sinha, respond to what Sanjay Jha is saying, that the Rafale deal is, still not above board.
No, Sanjay. Look, there are days when Sanjay Jha, surprises me with the absolute lack of logic of his. Anil Ambani's company was one of the 72 offset partners, and Abhijit has already explained the rationale behind it. Now, point is, as I explained right at the start, the problem with Congress on the Rafale issue is that for the first time, a government-to-government defense deal was struck and executed in record time. This was a deal over which Congress party, right from 2004 till 2014, could not take a call because they were always under the sway of middlemen. This is something the Congress party is not able to digest. And let me make one very important point. While, while people on the upper side of your digital panel have unequivocally condemned the trolling against Himanshi ji, none of the people on the bottom side of your panel have had the courage, the basic ethics to condemn the behavior of Ajay Rai or Channi. This is the crucial
Forget Ajay Rai or Channi. We just had one panelist who's run away, IP Singh ji, who said haathon mein chudiyan. They can't even condemn that. Mr. Channi, he's not said something like this for the first time. But, Sanjay Jha, let's now, get to specific questions, sir. I have a problem with this. You say Rafale, aap bol dijiye ki let's do away with Rafale. Aap bol dijiye, I want you to take a position.
Yeah. 2 points here. Rafale is a scam and it is being investigated and it will be exposed.
So it is a scam before the investigation. Mr. Jha, it is a scam before the investigation.
Pranesh, will you kindly be silent when I answer your question? Can we have a fair debate? The 3 right-wingers on your program are getting disproportionate time and the rest of us are just sitting and listening to the gibberish. Let me speak here. The Rafale is a scam, it will be exposed. Since Mr. Mitra here made a personal comment on me, I request all the women and men to kindly go into his Twitter line and see the most abusive, vulgar and cheap comment he's made against a woman on his Twitter. It came to me just a few minutes ago. And here was this guy actually talking about women. What a disgusting character you can be, man. You make personal comments. You need to apologize to women for writing like that. Pranesh, you will
Abhijit
not
is responding.
Abhijit
One minute, Mr.
Pakistani agent. Everybody knows you're a Pakistani agent.
Anybody on
You're a
the program,
Pakistani agent, yaar. Everybody knows you're a Pakistani agent. You are a Pakistani agent. And defending a Pakistani groomer whose father and brother are groomers, congratulations to you. It really shows the caliber of the Congress party.
my friend, I have exposed your hypocrisy.
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
should
yeah.
cut it out.
That's why you're
And
laughing.
all three of you on the program should hang your heads in shame and never ever appear.
Okay, now Mr. Jha, can we now talk about this Nimbu Mirchi minds? Why are we running away from the question? Now you are saying Rafale is a scam, pending investigation. So who's calling it a scam? Who's decided? Rahul Gandhi, Mr. Khadge? Who's decided that Rafale is a scam? Are you saying that, you know, we should have another parallel system where something, you know, like you had the Eagle system. The Eagle has pronounced that Rafale is a scam. Okay, Rafale is a scam. Let's talk about Mr. Channi. He wants proof of surgical strikes. Can we not get over it?
Deep breath, it's not so complicated. I'll tell you why it is a scam. Not because Rafale is not a good jet. Because this government...
Mr. Jha, I'm not getting there. I'm not getting there, sir. You know, sir, absurdity does not have logic. I'm not getting there. Answer the second question about Mr. Channi. He wants proof. Do you want proof of the surgical strikes?
Well, let me tell you this. The problem with this government, and I'm not talking about anything other than this, that even today, after so many days have gone after the Pahalgam massacre, this government has not apologized for the failure of security and intelligence. And when experts have said it is so, what kind of a government do you have? It has no moral authority to govern. It has no moral authority to govern. It doesn't take responsibility when its people die.
You know, this is the problem with Mr. Sanjay Jha. He slips away by getting personal and hateful and abusive and poisonous. I want to stick with facts. Now, just ask him pointed question. Rahul Gandhi has been bleating for about 5 years that Anil Ambani took 30,000 crores. Is this a lie or not? Ask Sanjay that. Did Anil Ambani take 30,000 crores? It's a straight question. Let him answer yes or no.
Well, let me answer his question. The investigation into Rafale, the whole forensic investigation, which is an economic investigation, which has to be done by an ED, by a CBI, by specialists in the job of financial irregularities, has never happened. Has never happened.
So how does Rahul Gandhi know? If it hasn't happened, how does Rahul Gandhi know? Who's telling him? You are telling him? What are you? Director of FBI? How are you telling him? How have you deduced that this is a scam? And then to, you know, say that 30,000 crore, this, that, the other. Abhijit?
Yeah, look, first he said that there was a scam in France. Okay, now he's saying it is CBI. What happened when the Supreme Court heard it? They found no evidence of a scam. But you know, of course, Sanjay Jha is superior to the Supreme Court judges. He's a supra Supreme Court judge. So obviously he knows better, number one. Number two, the problem out here you see is every one of his facts is wrong. When you corner him on it, he then switches. You asked him yes or no about 30,000 crores. What did he do? He immediately switched to, oh, there needs to be a CBI, CID, whatever. Next, he'll want Scotland Yard also involved in it when ED and CBI don't find anything. Then when they don't find anything, he'll want Peruvian intelligence services to get involved in it. So, you know, this is one endless cycle. But now, as for the Churis, let's talk about the Churis, Pranesh. In traditional old armies before the advent of chemical powered weapons, sure, women were much weaker. That is the only physiognomical difference between a man and a woman. But in the age of modern warfare, do you know, Pranesh, women actually make better pilots than men. When it comes to electronic warfare and things like that, women are known to be much quicker with their responses. In fighters, it is short, muscular men and women who are not aerobically fit, they're anaerobically fit. They are the ones who make the best fighter pilots. So, you know, Mr. IP Singh was just so wrong on so many scores out here. It's not even funny. तो हाँ चूड़ियां पहनेंगे, मैं भी चूड़ी पहन के आऊंगा तुम्हारे, चलो अब तो रिंग पहना है, अगली बार चूड़ी भी पहन के आऊंगा.
Now see what has happened. We had 7 people in the beginning. Sanjay Jha said कि मैंने count कर लिया, अब धीरे-धीरे count कम हो गया. IP Singh ji has gone. Aditya Gupta could not answer one question about Mehbooba Mufti, and he runs away. And then, as a result, ऊपर से Dr. Ranganathan अब संजय झा के बिल्कुल बगल में आ गए. So, you know, Sanjay Jha can claim moral victory कि मैंने I have dragged him down. But Ravi Srivastava, आपसे भी एक ही सवाल पूछा था मैंने, तो इन आई एम कमिंग टू यू। ये जो लोग हैं सर, चन्नी, वडत्तीवार, ये अजय राय, ये कब तक ऐसा करेंगे? क्योंकि किसी भी और देश में ऐसा नहीं होता है कि आप आर्मी या जो आर्म्ड फोर्सेस है, मिलिट्री, उसका ऐसा मजाक उड़ाते हैं।
Who is offended? Who is offended by the statements? If you are offended, go file the FIR that they are making a wrong statement or they are questioning the government. You don't have any guts to question the government. It is public will only question the government. And they are questioning the government. And there is nothing wrong
I am
in
not
it.
public, sir. मैं कहां से आया हूं? मैं कौन से planet से? I am not public. You are not public. What are you? What are you, Ravi Srivastav? I can't get offended. I am offended. I am offended by this absurdity. I am not waiting for someone else to take offense. I am offended. Will you apologize? ये नींबू मिर्ची क्या है? नींबू मिर्ची, नेशनल सिक्योरिटी नींबू मिर्ची लगती है आपको? और जैसे पूछा डॉक्टर रंगनाथन ने, 26/11 के बाद कहां थे आप लोग? तो नींबू मिर्ची भी नहीं लगा पाए। Why didn't you allow the Air Force to strike Pakistan?
Question to government. What is accountability? Why have they not regulated till date? Can you ask this question? Do ask it.
तुहिन
You
सिन्हा,
don't have guts for that.
तुहिन सिन्हा जवाब दीजिए।
नहीं, देखिए प्रणेश जी, मैंने ऑलरेडी आंसर कर दिया। अगर इनकी समझ से बाहर है, मॉडर्न वॉरफेयर में मिलिट्री स्ट्राइक नीड नॉट बी द फर्स्ट ऑप्शन, एट टाइम्स इट इज द लास्ट ऑप्शन। ऑलरेडी हमने पाकिस्तान की बैकबोन जो है, पाकिस्तान की रीढ़ की हड्डी तोड़ दी है। पाकिस्तान में जाकर पूछिए क्या हो रहा है। लेकिन प्रणेश, आज मैं आपको तारीफ करना चाहता हूं। देखिए, आपकी जो गेस्ट कोऑर्डिनेशन टीम है, इट्स अ ब्रिलियंट टीम। दे ऑलवेज अपडेट मी ऑन द टॉपिक, दे सेंड मी नोट्स, एंड आई एम श्योर दे मस्ट बी सेंडिंग दीज टॉपिक अपडेट्स टू संजय झा ऑल्सो। ये डिबेट रफाल के ऊपर था। संजय झा ने इस डिबेट में हिमांशी जी के ऊपर बात की, उन्होंने गांधी के ऊपर बात की, उन्होंने अभिजीत अय्यर के ट्वीट्स के बारे में बात की। आई थिंक ही नीड्स टू डू बेटर रिसर्च बिफोर ही कम्स टू इंपॉर्टेंट डिबेट्स। ही कैनॉट get away with all kinds of distraction techniques. It is not so difficult to condemn Ajay Rai. It is not so difficult to condemn Channi. It is not so difficult to condemn B.K. Hari Prasad. It is not so difficult to condemn Kharge. You cannot keep running down
that's
India's
precisely the point. For how long are we going to play with mere condemnation? Ravi Srivastav बोल रहे हैं, you must take action. What will the government do?
अरे एक्शन तो हो गया है. They are not realizing it. 5,000 crores have been wasted, have been spent by Pakistan.
By action, I don't mean action on Pakistan. Pakistan is feeling the heat already against the, this ecosystem. Dr. Ranganathan.
नहीं, पहले तो आई मस्ट कैस्टिगेट यू प्रणेश. आई एम राइट नाउ द क्लासिक डेफिनेशन ऑफ बिटवीन द डेविल एंड द डीप ब्लू सी. अब ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा आपने मुझे इन दोनों के बीच में क्यों लटका दिया. लेकिन मैं एयर चीफ मार्शल रवि श्रीवास्तव जी से पूछना चाहता हूं कि तेजस लॉन्च कब हुआ था, इंडक्ट कब हुआ था, जरा ये बता दीजिए. इनको डेट्स पता है? जो ये कह रहे हैं कि अभी तक रफाल क्यों नहीं उड़ रहे हैं, ये मतलब एयर चीफ मार्शल से मैं डायरेक्ट सवाल पूछना चाहता हूं कि सबसे पहले आइडिया कब आया था तेजस का, कौन सी सरकार थी, और इंडक्ट कब हुआ तेजस. ये बस ये सिंपल फैक्चुअल सी प्रॉब्लम क्या है नीचे, जैसे आपने कहा ना, एक एक करके जा रहे हैं. जैसे अगाथा क्रिस्टी का था ना, एंड देन देयर वर नन. पहले 5 थे, 4 हुए, 3 हुए, अब ये 2 भी जाने वाले. जाते जाते इनसे पूछ लीजिए कि तेजस का आइडिया कब आया था और तेजस इंडक्ट कब हुआ था. प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स कौन थे, इनसे पूछ ली. एयर चीफ मार्शल
वो दे रहे हैं, जवाब दे रहे हैं.
लश्कर भाजपा ने किया था, लश्कर भाजपा ने किया था वो.
नहीं, बट रवि श्रीवास्तव जवाब तो दे दीजिए, सीरियस क्वेश्चन है.
क्या जवाब देने का. ए पर्सन हु कैन अब्यूज महात्मा गांधी, आई एम टू स्मॉल अ पर्सन टू बी अब्यूज्ड बिफोर हिम. आई सेड आई एम टू स्मॉल अ पर्सन.